Hello everyone, welcome back to another new video. Today I will be showing you another brilliant chess endgame study where white must look deep to find the only winning move. In the following position, white is up a rook and a knight, but black has two far advanced passed pawns on the h-file. Since one is about to promote on the next move, white must check black's king with rook to f2 check. If black now plays king to h1, white can move the knight to f3 in two moves before playing rook takes h2 checkmate, and if king to g1 is played instead, white can do the same knight maneuver, forcing black to give up the promoted piece, and after the accurate move rook to g2 check, king to h1 allows mate in two moves, while king to f1 is just met by rook takes h2. Therefore, black plays king to g3, allowing white's rook back to the first rank. But it seems that black can just play king to g2 to attack white's rook and force a repetition of moves. However, white can still win with the move king to e2, as after h1 queen knight to e3 check king to h2 knight to g4 check, king to g2 allows white to do what black is expecting by taking the queen, only for black to realize that after king takes rook king to f1, black's only legal move will trap the king and allow white to checkmate with just a knight. However, black also manages to come up with an unexpected move, and that is to sacrifice the h-pawn on the second move. After rook takes h1 king to g2, it turns out that after white moves the rook away, black's h-pawn returns after h2, and against a rook check on the second rank, black can play king to g3, and if white tries to attack from above, black can move the queen to a square that prevents white's rook from reaching the h-file. It seems that black has managed to miraculously save the game, but this is all just an illusion, as back to the position after king to g2, white can play the brilliant move rook to c1, and after h2, white has the move king to f4, freeing up the e3 square once again. After h1 queen knight to e3 check king to h2, white can check a second time with knight to g4 check. And after king to g2 rook to c2 check king to g1, white plays king to g3 and the key idea behind white's rook move is revealed. If white has the rook on the a or b file, black can play queen to h8 or h7 and prevent the mate, but now, white's knight is guarding h6, and as a result, rook to c1 check winning the queen is unstoppable. Black can also try king to f1 instead, but white will play knight to h2 check. And king to e1 would still lose the queen because white's rook isn't on the d-file, while king to g1 is met by the same king to g3, and rook to c1 check is once again unpreventable. An elegant and simplistic example that shows just how much the placement of a single piece can alter the game's outcome. If you want to see more brilliant chess studies like this, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye.